Dr. David Dow is a physician in the Chicago area who recently found himself on national news when he was forcibly withdrawn from an airplane occupied by United Airlines. United Airlines stock went down 4% days after the story went viral on YouTube, showing Dr. Dow being dragged off by two law enforcement officials. I've spent some time trying to digest the pieces of this, and there's a few observations I'd make about the legal issues associated with this. First of all, United's biggest problem was that they lacked control of the situation. Dr. Dow was not told at the gate that he wouldn't be leaving. The reason they pulled Dr. Dow off is not because of something associated with Dr. Dow, it's just that United needed the seat that they had already sold to him, the seat that they already allowed him to sit in. Once he's on the plane, that's when they decided to tell him he had to leave. And the reason he needed to get home was so that he could take care of his patients. That's why he reacted so strongly. Then the second problem was they didn't have control of the situation and they sent third parties in. They sent law enforcement in who they just know how to respond to the situation. And when Dr. Dow responded negatively, rather than then counsel United as to what the next step should be, they grabbed Dr. Dow and his head ends up being smashed on an armrest, causing all kinds of blood on his face, then a YouTube video, and then viral even in China. The Chinese were even responding to the manner in which he had been treated. That really ends up being the problem and the criticism that I have of United. Anytime you go on a United Airlines flight, you have agreed to certain terms and conditions that are buried on that ticket. And I guess under federal law, you can regulate it in such a manner in which you can pull people off planes like that. But at the end of the day, the American public is looking at the manner in which United handling this with enormous distress and likely a negative impact on the company and on the United employees who work so hard to create a positive environment for the other people on the airplanes. Airlines have a tough job and they do it really damn well, flying day in and day out, 365 days a year, keeping people safe. I mean, think about the last time we even had a commercial airliner go down. Never happens. But think about the millions of planes that travel every year in a safe manner, including the United Airlines planes. United Airlines needs to get a focus and they need to get control. I think people are looking at this as an opportunity to renegotiate the relationship between flyers and those who fly the airplanes. My name is Ted Corliss. We're going to keep an eye out on the important issues and report them to you. I invite you to our website at www.corlissbarfield.com or give us a call. Be well.